we have our guest, not our first guest, but we have our guest. She been talking about coming into the show for a minute too,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
That's what's up.
Even before my retirement.
Yeah.
That was the conversation.
What is this? If that's retirement, what is this?
It's a cameo. It's an exhibition.
Carson's here for the exhibition, and we got Alycia Baumgardner coming to the PorterWay Podcast. This is a fight for her, I suppose. Or is this an exhibition?
This is easy work for her.
Easy work.
Podcast, easy work.
Welcome to the PorterWay Podcast, Alycia, the Baumgardner. There she is.
Hey.
What's up?
Undisputed.
Undisputed.
How you feeling?
I feel blessed. But first and foremost, Shawn, I'm going to need you to say my name properly.
Alycia.
Excuse me.
Thank you.
Yeah, I got you. Alycia Baumgardner. Come on now. You can't come on here correcting the host. That's what
listen, I got to correct everybody who say my name wrong because they've been saying Alycia for a hot minute now.
Yeah. Alycia Baumgardner, how do you feel being undisputed?
I feel blessed. I feel accomplished. I feel just excited that this is just one step in my career that I've been able to check off. So now it's like, what's next for me?
I'm glad that you said that. I want to go fighter to fighter real quick because we all have different goals. We have different dreams. Everything's depending on who you are, where you come from, what you watched, it's what you want to be. When did Undisputed become a goal of yours?
When I first turned pro, I told myself I want to be undisputed and I want to be pound for pound. And not knowing the magnitude of what that meant, but with going through the journey and fighting who I had to fight, I'm like, this is a process and it doesn't come easy, but it's so very rewarding. So here we are.
And then let's fast forward real quick to fight night. Then I'm going to let Carson jump in. Again, everybody has different feelings, different emotions, different thoughts before they get into the ring walk, the list goes on. Like, what were your thoughts? What were your feelings approaching fight night?
You know, it was a great fight week. Let's just say that. It was a great week of media. It was a great buildup. Again, I've been talking about becoming undisputed for a very long time. And because I enjoyed this camp, I enjoyed fight week, fight night was just a thing that I was just ready for. I just couldn't wait for it. I'm like, I'm ready to fight. I've been training for a long time. I'm ready to hit somebody. I'm ready to get out there. I'm ready to claim this title and, just really showcase who I am as a fighter.
I was excited because I obviously love watching you fight, but that was actually the first time my wife got to watch you fight. We were at the house watching it. And she was impressed, of course, lived up to the standards I had set. And she was especially impressed with what you announced after the fight that you had to overcome on the fight day. So tell us, as Shawn and I clearly don't know what that feels like, how did that factor into fighting in an undisputed fight?
Man, it was a huge factor. So like mentally, I don't let that bother me, but my body is responding.
Hold on, rewind because I didn't hear it.
Okay, well, go ahead and tell.
Yeah, so I'm like, I just started my period today, so that should tell you that women can do anything. It just showed that women can do anything. And again, it didn't bother me mentally, but my body will respond to it differently. And so I kind of felt that in the fight, but I pushed through. I'm like, this is a time where we got to push through, AB, like cancel all the extraness out the head and just get the assignment done. So that's what we did. But it just showed that women are strong. Women are able to do it all, even through adversity and the time of the month. So.
You talk to yourself in the third person like that?
Yep.
Why?
Fair enough.
You said why?
Why?
You have to talk with self. You have to have these daily conversations with yourself.
Yeah, but I talk to myself.
He calls himself Showtime. Don't let him fool you.
No, I don't. I just talk to myself.
Okay.
But you talk to yourself in the third person, eh?
I mean, I guess I just talk to myself however it comes out.
What did you think as far as, obviously, like you said, overcoming that? What did you, I guess, grade your fight performance at?
Yeah, I gave it an 8 out of 10 for myself. I would say my trainer agreed. a few others agreed, but an 8 out of 10 I gave myself for that fight.
And I actually wanted, while you mentioned your trainer, I kind of want to just touch on that briefly because I know we're both big fans of Tony Harrison.
Sure.
What do you think, how has it been working with Tony, and how do you think I project him as somebody who can legitimately have a huge second career as a trainer, boxing IQ, and guy can talk some shit as well? How do you think he fares as a trainer?
I would say it works perfectly for me. Again, we're both fighters. We both have a fighter's eye. I mean, I know that he sees it from a trainer's lens, but again, once a fighter, you know the ins and outs. You see something that I might not be able to see, so he's able to pick up on that. And there's just comfortability there. When someone knows the sport like anybody else as a fighter, it just makes things easier and it flows in the corner, I believe. And so it's been able to work for me. And as long as it works for me in the corner, I'm able to listen to instructions and apply that. That's all that is important in there.
Alycia, I was wondering, is he the chief in the corner?
He is, yes.
He is the chief, huh? Okay. And then so the coaches that you had before, are they still there with you, or is it?
It was Tony's late father was your trainer before, right?
Correct.
Okay. And then it just moved on. To Tony now, huh? So what happens when Tony fights in Australia? Are you going to coach him?
I will be there, and I would be, doing my best to give him my wisdom and knowledge. But again, he has his trainer for that as well. But as fighters, we have an ear.
Yeah.
For certain people, so I'm sure he would hear my voice if I tell him he needs to double up on that jab or something.
You two may be the best tandem of trash talkers in boxing on the women's side and the men's side. You're top either way, men's or women's. But as a tandem, that's elite. And speaking of trash talk, obviously Mikaela Mayer comes up. Some trash talk tends to happen. What do you think? I know she's been talking about the rematch and the money. Just right now from you directly, what gets you in the ring with Mikaela Mayer again?
Flowers.
So obviously the money has to be right. We know that that's important. We know that how the first fight went. It's important to really capitalize again on the second moment, make this a main event in the States, make sure that things are aligned the way they're supposed to be. That's all I'm worried about. Again, Mikaela's trying to be relevant. She's hurting right now. She's in the dumps. She's trying to get anything she can get her hands on. Obviously, a rematch is one of those things for her. So, I have a great team working with me. Matchroom is waiting for an offer from Top Rank. So, again, it comes down to the business side. We know this. And with boxing business, you have to have patience with that. So it don't work on your time. We know that. So, again, I tell everybody when that rematch happens, it will happen, but things have to make sense. I'm at the pinnacle now. I'm at the top. I'm in the driver's seat. I'm able to call the shots and maneuver the way I want those things to maneuver.
Alycia, how do you feel about fighting abroad opposed to fighting here at home? I think being in England, that undercard of who was that? Clarissa and Savannah. That's a big card. And fights sell in England in ways that they don't sell over here in the U.S. Does that bother you at all, or is it like, hey, I want to fight at home. I want to be around my people when I perform?
It doesn't bother me. I love to go where I'm respected.
Yeah.
And UK respects boxing, period, regardless of gender. And knowing that I can build my profile there, people want to see me in the States. So I believe I'm a fighter where people want to come out. I can put people in seats. I can become a pay-per-view fighter just because of who I am, the entertainment behind it. And so either way would be better. But I love fighting in the States because this is where I'm from. People want to come out. We had a great turnout in New York. And that just shows that, anywhere you put me, people are going to come.
Miss Undisputed, what do you do next?
What's next is I want to move up to 35, become undisputed at 35, fight the winner between Katie and Amanda, or go up to 140 and challenge Chantel Cameron and become undisputed. It's a time to shine and it's a time to take a challenge. I love to fight. I'm a competitor. I believe that I'm the best. I believe in my skill and my abilities and everything that I possess. And I'm only getting better. I'm stepping into my prime and I can only be better. Like, this is what people have to understand. Like, you're only seeing glimpses of greatness when I fight. And there's so much more to pull out. There's so much more for me to fix, so many things to adjust. And I'm a learner. I want to learn. I'm a sponge. I want to soak up all the knowledge. So I believe I'm able and capable of doing just that.
That was something that before the fight with Mikaela, and we mentioned when I was on, that I don't know why there was an expectation that you could only beat her by knockout, that you were only a power puncher, when we literally saw the fight before where you just completely styled on and dominated Batista. It just like didn't make any sense to me. What do you think? You mentioned things to improve on. The takeaway I think a lot of people had, there were certain rounds where the gas tank maybe was a little bit off maybe on Saturday. Is that one of the things conditioning wise to improve on? What do you think are like the main things you want to work on going forward?
Yeah, I would say conditioning is always one of those things where you can improve, especially when you're dealing with the type of fight. You know, if it's a boxing style fight, if I wanted to, I could have just sat back and boxed, but I like to engage as well. And I think when you're engaged, you have to have the conditioning to do so. And I just feel like, you know, it's just the smallest things to improve. Yeah. So if that's, you know, doubling up on the jab more, if that's going to the body more, it's just the smallest things that I know that I need to improve on. But I'm right there. Yeah, I'm right there. I'm very close.
Anything else?
No, that's it.
We hit the mark. We right around that 16-minute mark right there for you. I was being generous.
Damn, already?
Yeah. I'm being generous. We're going to let you go on this one.
And get out here soon.
But we want you to come out here soon so you can come back on the show in studio with us.
Thank you. Sounds good to me. Thank you for having me.
Congratulations. Are you sleeping with the belts or you got them hanging up? What you going to do with the belts?
Man, I'm getting a trophy case made right now as we speak.
That's what's up.
And I'm putting those babies up.
That's what's up. You put AB on it?
AB, signature, everything.
Very good.
Everything.
Congratulations, Undisputed.
Thank you. You guys enjoy your day.